February will give. But I believe no matter the bad goes, that happen in January, if you have a good, if you have trading plan and you have a good risk management, at least you should break even, or you still come out with some percentage, even though it's 2 or 3% for the month. What companies are looking for in a month is just 2 to 3% of their capital. They are good. It's greedy trader that want to do 20% in a month. And that's the beginning why some of us never be profitable. Right. So let's start with gold. Let's start with gold. Yeah. I love in Spanish. The way people they make money on gold, the same way gold collect the money back. Because when we are talking, people will think that we just talk. There's nothing go up in this market. I have been saying gold. The way this guy is going up, if the guy, I'll be saying it. By one market overstretch, you don't go and be buy top. Now, I can tell you, because where I put my green line, this is where smart trader now want to buy gold from now, if this place holds. January, this was January, okay? How many? January 26, January 2, okay? This is where January started from. Yeah, we have this bullish, sorry. I like to bring this thing down like this to cement up. So we have Goldit. This is about 12,700 and something pips. This is 127,911 this thing volume divided by 10. It will give you about 12,700 and something pips. That is 29%. Goldit 59%. Who is that? Please, can you mute yourself? Sit up, please let me mute that person. So Goldit 29% last month, January, 29% increase. Between on the 2nd to on the 28th, right? Then between that place, gold crash 20%, almost 21%. You can see it made about 29% in January, and before the end of the January to today, it crashed 20, almost 21%. 11,600 and something pips. That is now people that are buying, hey, it's bullish. You are buying. The same then, because the thing about seeing is that you think that I continue, you go to smaller time, this will continue buying. And the peak count on gold is too much. No. Even you with your 0.01, before you open your eye and close your eyes, you already see minus minus $10, $20. Now, where are we on gold? Gold. So this is where we'll start analyzing gold from now. Then we can position ourselves for another bull run. Another bull run is coming again. So gold still bullish? Yes. So are we bearish on gold? Please mute yourself. I beg you in the name of God. When you come to the public session, you mute yourself. Are we bearish on gold? No. Are we still bullish? Serious bullish? Yes. The fundamental that are driving gold is still strong? Yes. So the fundamental is still strong more than technical. That is very clear. But what we just see that this is needed. This pullback is needed. Why is it needed? Because the institutions, there's no liquidity, they have taken all external liquidities. 5,000 was a psychological line that we're supposed to, you see, they break it, so now that we have a lot of external liquidity, there's no liquidity to hunt, and the market driven by liquidity. What are liquidity? That stop losses people's money. Then when it was creating buy side external liquidity, it was leaving behind sell side internal liquidity, such as imbalances and void. Look at this hole here. There's a little gap, we call it a liquidity void, right? So there was another one here. So we have a kind of internal liquidity that creates, that all they do is just to fill in the liquidity, and now they are ready to move up. And that's why plotting, you can see from this low to all this place. And look at this big red candle. So this is a strong order block. When you look at that break candle and this place, they work together. So everything here was a strong demand zone, in line with this trend line. So I was looking at that zone. I did not set buy limit, I did not buy, but I was looking at that zone, that this drop, I think it was here, that the possibility that this other block here will be a factor. So plug in this trend line. I said, okay, let's see if that price close below it, then that may be what that may be a continuation. So Lizzo was a key, but what do we see? We see a bar. So daily now, this daily candle has not closed, but I'm presuming that the uptrend is likely to continue, coming to 4 hours.
Yeah.
You can see how successfully. Mr. Jerry wants to say something.
Yes,
Okay.
Good morning, everyone. Yeah, thank you. I want to say something. That zone is a very interesting zone, like
Okay,
you
sir.
first said. Can you go back to that daily chart? Let's look at what we are having there. Yes, where you have your green shaded zone. Before that green shaded zone, if you move your cursor lower to where we have the other correction by the left.
Yeah.
No, come down. Yes, that's correction. If you go to the low of that correction, low, yes. From that point, if you plot Fibonacci, because that's the most obvious corrective phase. If you put Fibonacci from there, take it up to the high. You are very good. That place is 61.8. That where you have your blue line inside the zone should be 61.8. That's number one. Number two, the 61.8 zone is coinciding with the top of that correction where you took your Fibonacci. Yes, the top of that correction. No. Where you took your Fibonacci, yes, that top is coinciding, like you rightly said, it's coinciding with that place. Then there's something interesting I also pinpointed again. If you move your Fibonacci, the starting point of the Fibonacci you plotted, if you move it to where the correction will be, yes, to that correction exactly, you will discover that 61.8 is coinciding with 78.6. There's a level called 78.6, yes. So the two Fibonacci levels are coinciding in a strong zone. Now, what that tells us is that price is definitely going to bounce from there because of all of these coincision, price is going to bounce from there. So what we are going to be waiting for now, we want to see if a 4 hours close above that zone number one, and the 4-hour candle is already bouncing. We want to see a 4-hour close above that number one. Number two, we want to have price is currently close to a small resistance. Look at where it is now. If we can have a break of structure, yes, that place. Yes, you can have a break of structure from that zone. we can now start buying after a pullback of that structure. So that is just it. If price can break that zone where we are, then we can assume that the bull run is back. So for us to position ourselves to ride with it, we just wait for price to take out that zone, and then with a return, with a pullback to say 61.8 of this small move that is building up, we can now join the buy and go with it. So that's my take currently. Like we rightly said, the fundamentals still showing bullish. The drivers are still very strong. All of these corrective phases that happened last week is needed. The banks and some other big wicks want to add to their positions. They are not going to be adding to their positions at the top where price was before. They will need to take out the liquidities that have built up over the past few weeks, and also cover up the FFG, the fair value gaps. And so that's where we are now. So currently at this zone where it's bouncing, this zone is a very strong support zone. And we need to wait for a break out of that region. Once we can break out of that region, a pullback will now give us a strong buy entry for us to ride. If price breaks above that zone and pulls back to bounce around where you draw, that will be the first target, by the
Yes,
way. That will be the first target, by the way, for us. For me, I'm going to ride the wave with them, maybe back to the previous high. That's the 5,000 plus high. So that's it. This is what we have on gold. So let's begin to watch it and see how price is going to fare. That's going to perform maybe between now and tomorrow morning. Thank you.
So that is it. Thank you, sir. So this is exactly what I'm looking at also, sir. So I think Mr. Ajay is just say my mind, and you can see already during the weekend, already plot, do everything. So if you want to use break of structure, you see, this is the last 15-minute low. Once we break, we need this eye to be taken. So once we break out, so all you need to look, just to add little before we move, just a breakout, and then a comeback. Don't worry, you may not understand this channel I drew. Just a comeback like this. So that is where we want to trade go. So very clear, very clear, very clear. So we move on to thank you, sir, for that breakdown and that insight. So let's look at the economic calendar for the week. I just quickly tripping that goal because it's very, very important. So today we'll be having 4 p.m. SIMA manufacturing PM. Then the rest of the week, 4:30 a.m. tomorrow, we have catch rate on AUD. So let's see what that will lead us to. Then job BOT. I think this week should be NFP week. Let's see Friday. Yes. So this Friday is NFP week by 2:30. So I think we can still have good trade for the week. Right. So these are the companies. You can go to Forest Factory, Fastbull, Forest dot. I forget that site. You can check all those news. Where foresttime.com to see all these news, all those places. So let's move on to now DSY. Something interesting is happening on DSY. It's happening on DSY. Now, a reclaim. There's what we call a reclaim, right, of a zone. Very, very important. So look at how we closed last week on DSY. Price has been ranging between this high and this low. So which means on weekly and daily, DSY is just ranging between this in this higher time frame. But because it's higher time frame, lower time frame will give us a trend line, right? So now look at this. We came to this low, we swept liquidity here, we move up, here we move up, and again the same thing is repeating itself. So we closed with bullish engulfing candle last week, right? So the tendency is that now that we have taken liquidity below all this low, there's a tendency that we may trade back again, because if the range is still continue, the market will just be selling friendly, selling at resistance, buying at support. So until we have a weekly breakout up and continue, or we have a daily breakout and continue. So that is how a ranging market behave. So, but because this one is it's a higher time frame, so there's still a trade opportunity for us in a smaller time frame. So that takes us to daily. Now you can see on daily we have this low and this low, but now we have a price. Fine, we have price breakout, but this breakout is a fake. It's not this breakout here is not a good one, because when you have a breakout and immediately you have a reclaim back, so that shows that all what they trying to do is to fake out this place, right? So fake out that place, and they will tend to move price in the opposite side. So we must be very careful. So for now, I am currently partially not too bullish, but little bullish on USD in the form of a pullback for now. And why does it in form of pullback? Why does it in form of pullback? On daily, we are still much bearish, right? This is where we change character. We came to this place, we take a liquidity above this high, we change character, price come back, come to premium, it sell off, then we have a breakout structure. So which means everything here is where we are looking at now. Where's our range now? So here become what? Our daily range. That's now become our daily range. So what are we looking at for? We are looking at price to return to premium. So at least 50%, and above that 50%, we have this fair value gap that is sitting above that 50% on the daily. So what am I saying? So there's room that we could trade back to this place before the bearish will continue on dollar. So on daily perspective, we are still bearish on dollar. So whatever is happening now, we just assume that this pullback is needed, right? So, but bear in mind, we are still bearish on dollar based on what price action is giving to us. So now let's go to 4 hours. So on 4 hours now, so we have this big gap that is still open, right? Above it, we have some voids. Now, what is playing out now? This is internal. Add this place as a break of structure. This is a clear break of structure from. Please be cautioned that all we are looking out for is just a pullback to premium of this thing. And when we look at the premium, there's some things we look on the road, some bumps that we could be looking for a sell opportunity. I have number 1 bump, I have number 2 bumps, then we have the final bumps. So in all of this bump, we expect price to take one of the bumps, especially the bumps that fall within a premium. So now I will not consider this bump. So I will delete this bump because it's still on discount. So the bump I'm looking at now is this bump. So what we should be looking at for is what? Something like price, take out this bump, give us a change of character, then we can now continue if we continue to bearish on DXY. So there's a room for what? A deeper retracement. And the reason why I'm sure that price could go to this place, this fair value gap will drag price to this zone. So that is where a sell will be looking at for. So DXY, we are still bearish, but this is a pullback. We can lead to a kind of counter trade in currency. So follow me now. Let's go to Euro USD. So the first thing Euro USD is, are you hanging? Sorry, please. I don't know why my network is froze. Am I still audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Okay. Okay. I don't know why this guy froze. Maybe I will change network. All right. Sito, can you just share your screen? You can just continue our way. When I'm back, I'll let you know so that we'll not leave the people stranded. Okay, it's like I'm back now. Okay.
Are you coming up?
Let me try again. It's working on my phone now. Why is mine up? It's working on my phone. Okay. Sorry about that. So now Euro USD is playing the same thing. Now let's go to monthly. There's a monthly fair value gap that Euro USD is playing now. It came to now, right? We have this weekly fair value gap now that we mitigated. So price mitigated this weekly fair value gap, and now you can see how we close a form of a pin bar. Now there's a way to trade this. Let me bold it. So this is what we'll do. We are going to take our Fibo from this week here. Now, when you see this kind of strong week, it's a serious rejection. No? So it's a serious rejection that sellers are much in that place. But how we trade this, 50% of that week. So we assume that price will do what? We go to the 50% of that week, then before we can start looking for a sell. So I'm waiting for 50% of this week in a smaller time frame before we can do for what? Sell opportunity. Now, when you look at weekly on the Euro USD, look at this big candle. This big candle here is we have a massive liquidity, which is internal liquidity, FEG imbalance here. So at least price will also come to this 50% of this week of this big candle before maybe another continuation for a bullish. So it's whether price come to this play, but I'm expecting a kind of pullback, and the pullback it may be a very strong pullback. So if you see a sell opportunity here, I think it's good we can take a shot. So daily, now where are we on daily? We are seriously bullish on daily. You can see, but this is very clear. We break structure here, we break structure here, take liquidity, and now there's a room to maybe we can see a deeper pullback than before we continue. So I have marked out the bumps on the road, which stand as liquidity that price may likely take in before reversing. We have 1, 2, and we have this demand here. So this is demand. So let me hide it first because price is still far. So looking at for a kind of serious pullback, at least 61.8 of this Fibo. We are still so at least 61.8 around there, or to 71 to 75 before we start what buying. So how can you participate for a sell on this guy now? We are going to look for a sell then before a buy. So we have this Friday candle that closed. It's very serious bearish engulfing candle. It has engulfed 1, 2 days, the last candle. So now this is where we engulf the candle. So looking at where I mark, so that stands as a resistance. So we can allow price to come to this place, and then we look for what? A kind of buying opportunity. So if I adjust now, this is this last pin bar. That is our last this thing candle we have, other block. You can see this gives us what? A kind of shifting market structure for our. So all we need now, guys, is if price come here, so we can do now we can even do a sell limit around that zone. So we can do a sell limit around that zone, something like this. So we can do a sell limit here. Okay, if price come here, we have opportunity to what? Let our stop loss come below that high. That's about 75. Please, I have noticed now that the pip count now of all these instruments, they have increased. The pip count have increased. So that's why when you are taking trade, know how much you want to risk. Whether you are risking 1%, I'm risking $10. Define how much you want to risk for, because so that one that will now be your what? You now calculate your pip count. And how do you know that? You can come to this site, my fsbook.forex.calculator position. So once you come to the site, you can see whatever currency you want to do. You can pick your currency, your account balance. If it is $100 you have, 1,000 you put it. No matter the pip, the stop loss value, let's say 100 pips, let's say 75 pips, you put it here. Your account size, how much you want to risk in percentage, let's say 1%, you put 1%, then you calculate. So immediately you calculate, it will give you the loss size you will use. So that will help you, not just to, so don't mind the loss size, the stop loss now because of the high of the pip count. So like this now, you can do a sell limit here and target 1 to 2. Boom, target 1 to 2, at least 1 to 2. So this is going to be a good trade for those that will be looking out to sell Euro USD, looking at to buy to sell at 1.19075, your stop loss at 1.198, and you target take profit like this. So how do I know that that zone will be a good zone? Let's go to smaller time frame. So you give us a kind of clarity. So you can see, I love to, and if you want to extend it, in case you want to extend, you can see extend it to, there's this fair value gap. So if you want to reduce your what? Your stop loss. Because when I come to 15 minutes now, I saw this imbalance here. So, but if you're lucky, trade may get to you here. It may come to your position, but if you don't, you may also miss out. So if you are using that 15 minutes fair value gap, your stop loss will reduce to 35 pips. So you can see how I refine that zone. So you can target at least even this low back. So if you want to hit 15 minutes, this is good for, so this guy is good for 15-minute entry. So you can use that 15 minutes entry. Yeah, reduce stop loss to 35 pips. So that is the two-way you can enter Euro USD. On 15 minutes, it's very good. We are bearish. We just break of what? We can use this one as our break of structure on 15 minutes. So we can use this one as a break of structure, swing high, swing low, wait for price to come here and look for a sell. So I think this, work with this one. This one is good. This one is good. So I'm done with what? Euro USD. So let's go. So me, I'm positioned more on buy. I'm waiting for price to take out of one of this liquidity that is here. Then I can look for what? A continuation to buy. So as the price come here, take out this liquidity, then I will look for what? A displacement, and then I can look for a buy. So the buy is good, and the sell, if price come here, I give you a sell, it's also good. So you make money both in two ways. So we're done with that because of time. The same thing is happening on GU. I'm ready. I sold you on Friday, so already in that trade. It's the same format, so I will not go more details. It's the same format that's playing out on GU that playing on Euro. So just take one. So I'm still expecting price to come to at least here before I look for a buy. Are we bullish? Yes. The external structure is bullish, right? But internally now we are bearish. So before we start bullish, we need to align our internal structure to align with what? External structure. From there, we can start bullish. So I'm looking for sell. I'm doing what? Sell to buy. Yes, don't let me use I'm too sure, but 60% that at least even the buy will continue, price will trade to 50%, at least 50% of this pool that's why we have a very good pullback. And based on what I'm seeing on 4 hours, I am sure that pullback will come. Here, give us a slightly break of structure, change of character here. We have this imbalance. So this place is good to settle. Then before we look forward, buy opportunity on Euro, on GBP USD. So now let me give us some trade that we may likely look at to trade today. I spot something on. I put this one on the group this morning. Though I have a pendant that which activated, so I post that if you go back now, what we can do now is go to 15 minutes. So this is our trade now. Please listen to this. Me, I already involved here due to my pending order, but now, if trade has come to your POI, then what you need to, from 4 hours, they will draw to 15 minutes. All we need to do now is to wait for, on 15 minutes, we will be bullish. We need the 15 minutes to change to what? To bearish. So, which has done for us, we have this high, we have this low, we have this high. Even, let's say this low self. So, 15 minutes has changed now. So, all we need, but the problem now is that market here is balanced. So, if you want to use this supply zone, I don't know, the last bullish candle, if that supply zone is still valid, so will that be a good way? So all you do now is whether you do a sell limit. I don't know if price will come back here. If price will come back here, then boom. But I can tell you that this guy is good to sell. It's good to sell. All you need to do now is look for where you can get entry and sell Euro AUD. Everything's in line from higher time frame. You can see higher time frame. Everything the sell is a very good sell. You can see from daily, we have been what? We are bearish. We have a momentum candle that closed. So this is a bearish. We are still bearish. Where are we likely to bearish to? This guy. So we have this bearish may go far as this place at the course of the year. So we may have that place as our drawn liquidity. So there's more rooms for us to continue bearish this guy until it prove otherwise. So go to 4 hours. Let it price from 4 hours. So on 4 hours, what do you see? We saw break of structure, right? This now, look at something. Here we have, let's say we have this break of structure. This is the swing high, and this is the swing low we have. Then, why I consider this place as a valid break of structure? Because you can see we have this high, this low. This guy take liquidity above this high. Because liquidity has been taken above this high here, so this place is a valid break of structure. So here become what? Our swing high, our swing low. And that's where I set my sell limit, which got activated. So I'm just telling you that now looking for a sell on Euro AUD is going to be a good sell. Now I'll show you on 15 minutes we are bullish. Now we have changed to bearish. So my problem now, there's no fair value gap. So in this case, there's no fair value gap. What do? Use Fibo level, at least set your DC at 61.8 of this move. Please, I hope you have your Fibo. So 61.8, you can set your sell limit at 61.8 Fibo. Put your stop loss above here, or you use this supply zone to get in. So this is trade number 1. Okay, trade number 2 that I'm giving out now, Euro USD, Euro AUD. I love the two. Why? We are not contradicting each other. If we are selling Euro USD and we are selling Euro AUD, meaning that Euro is going to be weak for a while all those currency will be bullish. But it will be bad when you are bullish on Euro USD and you are selling Euro AUD. You are contradicting yourself. So that's not a good trade alignment. So UAUD is good. Another one that is good that we can position ourselves is this one is a miss entry. Oh my God. This guy was a miss entry on Saturday. I say on Saturday, on Friday. I post it on in the groups. We can see somebody say, Mr. Abba, we've missed this guy. This guy missed me, he missed us by 6 pips. So I was waiting. That okay, we'll re-entry this morning, but he did the magic during the this thing. I forgot we'll have done we will have set out a pending order. Me say I'm not in. So now
I was in.
we have okay, you was in. Okay, that is good.
Mm.
Now that we miss this guy on 4 hours. So what you will do is you drop to 15 minutes. Now, or 15 minutes, what are you, or 1 hour, what are you, okay, if it's 4 hours, you drop to 15 minutes, what are you waiting for? We are simply waiting for the bullish of 15 minutes to change to bearish. That is all. And that's what we have here. We have this high, this low price, break. So I saw this break of a change of character on 15 minutes on Friday. So I was saying, okay, this morning I will quickly wake up. Then before the session, I will send out there's this very bad. I know the price will come here. But when I wake up around 7, I thought that it has mitigated and it's selling. So you can still find a way to join, or you leave it to run. For me, I'm not joining again because I have missed 2 entry. Entry number 1, entry number 2. So I can't sell here. If I'm selling here now, my stop loss will come above here. It will reduce my reward ratio. But for you, you can still look for entry if you know that it's okay for you. So maybe any other little pullback, but I can tell you this guy is going to sell. And how do I know that it's going to sell? We have 4 hours bearish. Whenever this is a very good trade for me, when I see that trade give us a kind of liquidity run and it give us a change of character. So this is a very good trade. We expect this trade at least to come to this swing low where it started from. So if you are in, you can hold your trade. Congratulations to you. That's a good setup that you have in your hand, right? Okay, other ones that will be other setups. We are talking about gold. Let's look at BTC. BTC is for a while now. I'll be preaching that BTC is bearish, and I still stay on that fact. I think there was a projection I made that BTC may likely come to 60-something thousand. Yes, I was talking about this zone. I was talking about here. Yes, I think far back, is it not September, October last year? I was saying BTC may likely come to something thousand, 60-something thousand, 65. So this guy is bearish. So if you are trading, you are a BTC trader, all you look at is bearish. Now price has done another wonderful. I love this. Boom. This is our swing guy. Why do I love this structure that is giving? We can see there's highs here. So BTC are what we do. There's liquidity run above that high. Then it has given us another word, change break of structure. So all you need now is to wait patiently for a pullback. There's a bump around here. So I see that bump may be taken. Then you continue looking for sell. Right? I love this bump. I love this that liquidity that's created there. So from that place, once we clear this liquidity here, guys, you are good to sell BTC. So don't do the buy. This guy is seriously bearish. Every indication is bearish. Wait for the pullback to expire, then go to smaller time frame, look for what? A sell opportunity. S&P 500, like I said, you can see price is struggling between this zone. So all we need price. Once we see a weekly bullish candle above this place, that will resume the bullish for the year. So the same thing is happening on NASDAQ. If you trade NASDAQ, you can see that price is fighting in that zone. Then we need price to close above that. Let this guy say, I will not say. All we'll be waiting for is when we have a good bullish evidence, because this is stocks. So most of the time for the year is bullish. All we are seeing now is just positioning. Right. I think we have done well today. Okay, there's USD card. USD card, we are still bearish, although we are still bearish. Now, why are we still bearish? This is a break of structure. It's valid. So I will just run some of them within 10 minutes and we'll go, or 5 minutes. Why this is valid? We have a liquidity. I was expecting this guy to come here, but we will leave this play for future purposes, right? Why? We have taken liquidity above this high. Boom, price crash. So all you need, let price come to premium, look for a sell. Now, you can do a counter trade there. How do you do it? You can see that you can come to smaller time frame. All right. Wait for pullback. This is a breakout, not a liquidity taking. We create this descending channel. We break out seriously. So if price come back, maybe to this, we can look for bullish evidence. We have internal shift in market structure in 1 hour here. So let's use this one. This one is valid. Why? Because we have this low. We have all this place. So all this here, I've taken out all the liquidity here before it breaks structure. So that is good for a counter trade before you now look for what? A kind of continuation to bearish. Then JPY, yes. Let's update JPY. Quick one before we go. JPY, we bearish? Yes. USD JPY, we are bearish. And we can also be bullish. So this is what we'll do. Price has closed above this. We have this low, this high. So all I'm waiting for, there's this tiny imbalance that is here. You can see there's this imbalance. And so I'm waiting. I want to see as price come to that imbalance. That is where I'll be having interest to rule for. So let price come here and give me a bullish engulfing candle on 1 hour. Then that would be, we can buy. I think we can buy to something around here. So we can buy, we can bullish to something around here. So if we get a buy here, it's going to be a good buy. That is what happened on that USD card. I got the buy. I made money from the buy, but the sell missed me. I got this shift in market structure here, break of structure on smaller time frame in that place. So I enter a buy here, I set a buy limit, and it triggered me to this place. So you can do buy to sell, sell to buy if you know what you are doing, or you stay on the direction of the market. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you. This is what we stop this morning. I think I'm able to cover some market, everything based on the first day of the week. Lastly, JPY is bearish. So the same thing that is happening on JPY, that happened on CAD is going to happen on JPY. So don't join this buy again. Just wait for what? A bearish to happen. So we have that swing high to this swing low. So I will love price to take this liquidity. So anything here, if price come to that place, it's fine. But if you use this fair value gap, just go to smaller time frame, wait for change of character to bearish on 15 minutes, and you sell. Or you can do sell limit here, put your stop loss here, something like this. This is what I love to do because of my business schedule. So once I say clear like this, I'll just do my something. I will not then target. So you can do something like this, or you wait for confirmation entry. Right, this is where we're going to stop today. I think so. Before we go, please, we are still begging now. Kindly trade with us at DuPont. Something good, and the platform is good. Withdrawals is instantly. Those of us that be using it, you can testify with withdrawal. In fact, before you blink your eye, you open it, you already get your money. And that is kind of broker we want to trade with. Not that you deposit money, the time comes to withdraw money now, it become challenges. No, fast garbage in, garbage out. And we have what we call this PAM account. If you are a good trader here, you can leverage on our PAM account. So this is how it happens. In fact, you can start PAM account with 0 deposit on your own, but at least you must have 2 clients that can deposit $1,000. Let's say you are a good trader, you have 2 people that can deposit $1,000 to $2,000. You send them your link when they register the deposit. So under your PAM, there's a MT5 that configured for you as a manager. So all the funds will be allocated to you. So remember, you don't have money on your own account, but you can still trade those money. So you'll be having, let's say you have client that deposit $1,000 each, they make it $2,000. So you'll be trading the system. You already called the system will bring the 2,000 together under you. You are trading it. So whatever profit you make, it will be divided to each person account, and you have your own commission, maybe 30-70. So that is another good way, if you're a good trader here, for you to be making a side money, right? Then we have copy trade accounts. Our copy traders are doing fantastic now. So we have cent accounts that you can leverage on. We have dollar. It depends on amount. From $500 above, you can leverage to this copy trade accounts. That is 2. Also, another way you can make money, you can become an IB, introducing broker. You have a network. Tell to people, give them your link. As they trade, you are getting rebate. You can get as high as $10 rebate. Imagine, let's say you have $10,000 under your structure. Monthly, you can be withdrawn as up to $500, even when you are not trading. So this industry is not by you trade alone. The reason why some of us are blowing our account is because everything, you found $100, you want to kill the $100, you are on charge 24 hours. But if you have other venue, if you can be a full-time trader, but other venue like be IB, or you have an account you are managing, all those things, it will be giving you side money. Then you will not take hypertension to key your own personal account. You want to make 10% in a week, and that is the beginning that is making people to blow our account. But can you target 3 to 5% monthly? It is possible with what I've given you today. Just pick one trade. I tell you, in a month you will get your 5%. Only one trade or 2 trades, you will get it. By this, what we are dishing out now. So let's make other venue to earn money. DuPont has all these things. So if you are interested in that fund manager, chat me up personally, or you can on the community you are, just say, how will I become a PAM manager? Somebody will attend to you. How do I join copy trade? Somebody will attend to you instantly. 24 hours customer service, we have it. And those of you that not have an account on DuPont, you are coming here to take our signals, our everything. It's not good though. Please, we are not saying you should close your account, you have other brokerage. You can have 3 or 4 accounts. Likewise, still open the account for us, so that our effort of coming here will not be in vain. And I said, if you can deposit $200 above your DuPont account, chat me up. I have a personal VIP trading signal for you. So, and if table from $50 above, I will also add you to our funded account. So we are here to help each other. Help us, we help you. Thank you. I will see you tomorrow. God bless you all.